Good morning, welcome to Hunky Dory TV. It is Friday and we have got an amazing show for you. 2 launches of some fabulous products. We are diving in. We have got funky embossing folders and 2 new nesting die sets that we know you are going to, I was going to say want, but I think it's definitely going to be a need. My name's Amy. I'm presenting the show today alongside Kelly. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning. Looking very lovely today.
Thank you, Amy.
You are? You all ready?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Sure?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And in the demonstration station, we have got Natalie. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
You okay?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excited about this?
So excited.
They're good, aren't they?
I love embossing folders.
Yes.
So yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun show.
I'm sure it will be. And we've also got a spin the wheel coming up as well. But first of all, let's have a look at our Win It Weekly. And I feel like I say it every time, but I do love presenting on a Friday because it means we get to spin the wheel and give away prizes, and also with our Win It Weekly as well. Today we are going to announce 5 lucky winners. It needs to come back a bit, doesn't it? Oh, trying to fit it. It's all right. Look, we can work with it. So you are going to win your Sporting Pastimes luxury topper collection, 8 topper sets, 4 different designs. All the different sports that you need within here, perfect for all of those masculine makes that we do as well. You've got golf, you've got horse racing, I think there's football in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Just a whole
Formula
mix.
One's in there as well.
Yeah, that's always
like
a good
tennis
one.
might be in there
I think
too.
so. Yeah,
It's
worth
huge.
$19.99. 5 lucky winners. All you need to do is like, share, and comment the answer to the following question. Post boxes were originally what colour? Is it A, green, B, black, or C, brown? Looking forward to seeing everyone's answers in the comments. Make sure you get those in before the end of the show, and we will announce the winners then. But are we all right to go straight in with it? Yep. Let's roll the VT. How fabulous were all of those makes, and it just goes to show the versatility of embossing folders, doesn't it? So many different styles, so many different card sizes. So today we are launching 4 brand new embossing folders. This is our Funky Patterns Ultimate Collection. We've got the boards, look. Oh, it's hard to see. No, it's all right, look. We can work with it.
Half and half.
That's fine. Okay. So we have got your distressed stripes, your doodle dots, and then we've got your geometric tiles, and then those sprinkles. All 4 of those 6x6 embossing folders, $19.96 or $17.96 if you are a Diamond Club member, meaning you are saving £4 by getting them as that ultimate collection. But we can see here, closer up, first of all, we've got those doodle dots. I mean, they're just going to work
really fun,
with everything, aren't they?
And I think they're like a really nice general pattern.
Yes.
So it doesn't necessarily particularly need to be like a kid's card or a male card. Like, it's going to work for like all different genres, isn't it?
Yeah, all occasions as well, isn't it?
So many nice things you can do with it.
Just depending on the sentiments maybe, or the toppers you put on there. Also, you can do so much with these in terms of the cardstock that you use, whether you use coloured cardstock like Adorable Scoreable, whether you use your Miri card, whether you use your white cardstock and then ink it, use your Matastic and then use your sanding block, so many different ways. So that is your first one. The second one that we've got are your geometric tiles.
Love this.
I know.
What, it is my favourite.
Yeah.
It's so funky.
And it's just, again, so useful. That would work perfectly with that sporting pastimes
It would,
collection,
yeah.
wouldn't it? Perfect as well if if you run out of cardstock from that collection,
Yes.
or you're not sure what somebody's interests or hobbies are.
It's a really good one for sort of like doodling inside as well with your gel pens.
Yeah, because you can use the deboss side. We've got a
can,
sample
yeah,
where somebody's done that, haven't we? Geometric tiles, and you can see, I mean, the clues in the name. You can tile it, can't you, as well?
You can tile
so
all
you
the
can see
embossing
this
folders.
part here, and we'll join up, and you can make larger than 6 by 6 with those. Next up, we've got our sprinkles.
Love this one. Another essential, isn't it, really?
Definitely any food or related sort of cakes,
any
birthday
donuts, birthday celebrations. It could be an anniversary. You're going to be able to use this one.
Definitely. So that is your sprinkle. So all of these are your 6 inch by 6 inch, and then last is the distressed stripes. If you do want these individually, you can get them $5.99 or $5.39 if you are a Diamond Club member. But don't forget, getting that ultimate collection of the funky patterns does save you £4 on those, which is worth getting hold of. But I think the best way to see them is to see the samples, isn't it? So first off, look.
I love this one. It's really clever.
It's so cute, isn't it? And just love the effect that is giving on there. That one was made by Debbie. Thank you for that one.
Apologies for the train noise.
I know.
Passing by.
This is by Wendy. So thank you to all of our amazing design team who have created so many gorgeous samples for us. Again, loving the different colours. That's sanding it back, isn't it?
Yes.
Using your sanding blocks there. This one is Jessica, and how brilliant for using your scraps up.
I know, any
well.
little bits of cardstock you'll have, it's great for sort of doing that. And you could like mix and match your different patterns on cards like this as well.
Definitely,
so
all your different coloured cardstocks like Jessica's done on here. And this is very nice, isn't
I
it?
know, a little sneak peek into
where you can get those from. And this one is so clever. This is by Wendy.
We loved this one when it came in.
Absolutely love it. How clever to use those distressed stripes there for that beach scene. Brilliant. Another one here. Another one by Jessica.
I like this.
I love pink and orange together.
Me too.
Yeah.
And this is such a clever technique as well, because this is actually inking onto the folder. So it gives you like that, the colour like on the debossed edge of your card. So it's a really cool technique.
There's just so many different ways you can use embossing folders.
We were having conversations about it, weren't we, on Wednesday?
Yes,
about whether we should do an embossing folder handbook. Just because Stacey's not got enough to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you could put in the comments, yes, please, Stacey.
Yeah,
and then we
tag her in it as well. She might not read it because she is on. Will she be there yet?
She's somewhere today.
She is going wakeboarding today.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It was a birthday present, a Christmas present from her dad.
Oh, okay.
We went to this centre together to do paddling, and we saw it, and it looked really cool, and we both said, "Oh, that would be really fun." And her dad bought it for her birthday, so that's what she's doing today.
But we will make sure she sees all those comments.
We will.
But this one here, you can see just using your gel pens or your new Prism alcohol markers to colour in certain areas there.
I love that effect.
This one I did Hobby Maker on Tuesday. So just using your inks, so embossing it first, then inking it, and then just embossing it again in your gold mirror and cutting out those sort of centerpieces for those. This is by Natalie. Look at that.
That is so cute.
Gorgeous colours as well, isn't it? Absolutely. I just love the variety that we've got here. You've got DL cards as well.
Nice.
Using all of those different colours. This one brings in the sort of the donut theme.
Yes.
Sprinkled with love. That's a lovely saying, isn't it?
It is.
Really nice. This one has been done on craft card.
Nice. I love it with the
love
die
that,
cuts
isn't
as
it?
well.
Yeah. Coloured with your Prism gel pens over
That's
the top.
very cute.
That is really lovely. This one, Believe in Yourself. And that there are so many samples.
Yeah.
Kelly said to me this morning, where are the samples? There's like 3 boxes
3 or
I
4
brought back
boxes
from
of
Hobby
samples.
Maker.
There's so many.
Because we didn't want to separate them up, because it just gives you so many ideas, doesn't it? This is by Sarah Jane. Look at that one. Just using it on the white and then on that card again. And then that's it. How good does it look?
So cool.
On that cardstock as
cool.
well. And that is using your Prism metallic markers. So these are going to work perfectly with lots of products that you've already got. And that's how you can justify buying new things, because they work with everything else, don't they? The other thing that you may have seen on a couple of those samples, which we are going to show you. Let's get the board first.
New nesting dies.
Look at these.
So fun.
And you'll know now why I said they're a need.
Yes, they are.
Not a want. Look at these. You are getting 8 dies in each of these sets. So you've got the straight edged dotted nesting dies in the circles and the squares. You can get both on a multi-buy, saving £4, £24.98 or £22.48 if you are a Diamond Club member. But let's have a look. Look at these. Look at that card on the front as well. So
cute.
Using it as that.
Oh, Lisa, you're not the...
Lisa, you're doing so well being quiet coming in, like...
Don't worry, I did that twice before I came in.
Oh, Lisa's just dropping things and breaking them.
You get to keep it if you broke it.
So these are your circles. If we turn around, look at the size that they are as well.
They're huge.
Going to fit perfectly onto your 5x5 cards.
Yes.
Some of the samples that we've got here.
I love this.
Look
the orange and the black. It's so cool.
Really nice, isn't it? Yeah. They really stand out. This is another of the makes that I did at Hobby Maker on Tuesday. So using your embroidery threads within those circles to just add that bit of detail and interest to them, isn't it? Can you buy them on their own, Lisa? Kelly?
You can indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, on their own, £14.99 each. But as I say, you are saving £5 on that multi-buy. And the squares, again, look at the size of those.
They're huge, these dies, especially for being on a £14.99 sheet. Like, we've jam-packed that full, haven't we?
And look at, again, brilliant example on the front, that card there, just using,
awesome.
Add something extra, don't they? And this was one of the favourites at Hobby Maker on Tuesday. This is by Wendy. Just look how well they work, and just sort of rotating them, isn't it? So cool. If you want the squares on their own, $14.99 or $13.49 if you are a Diamond Club member. Same price for the circles, but if you do want them together, £24.98, saving you £5. Can we come over to you for a demo?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So I'm going to use this fantastic geometric tiles first, and I've got some Matastic to do this with as well. So I'm going to line this up in my embossing folder first of all, and we're going to do this first one in like the most simplest way that you can use your folders. So we're going to pop it in there, and then I'm going to show you how you can tile your embossing folders as well, because it's super easy to do. So we don't need that yet. I'm going to grab this and pop this through. So we're going to run it through once, and it's incredible how detailed this looks when you put it through. And also, because we have our adorable scribble and it has that bendy ink technology, the cardstock really pushes through the spaces in these folders, and they look incredible. So this is sort of like one pass, and you can see how detailed that is on there. And then I'm going to run this through, and I'm actually going to join it into the back side of this. Now you can kind of line it up exactly on the edge if you want to, but I like to stick it kind of like into the groove, so go kind of like one
Do you overlap
over.
it?
Yeah. I think you get a cleaner finish doing it this way, and it like locks in. You can see I'm really sort of like pushing on that cardstock there, and it's not moving because it's like locked into place. So we'll run that through again, and that is going to give us a nice tiled background. So we'll just push that through, and then we're going to do some die cutting. So I have got my incredible brand new squares, and I've also got our plain nesting dies, because they're going to work really nicely together to create frames as well. So you can see now, we've got kind of like a little line that you can see there, but that's going to be fine because we're going to cover that over with the next bit. So I've got my dies. I've gone for die 4 from this one. No, I haven't. Die 3. Because we're going to do it sort of like as a diamond. So I'm going to pop that onto the same colour cardstock, and then I've gone for, this is number, where does it say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is number 5 from our straight edge ones, and I'm going to stick that down so that that lies in place there.
Lots of love for the dies in the chat
Not
as well.
surprised.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go in with one of our combos. Now I've gone for Celebrate with this one, so I'm just going to stick that in and cut that out at the same time as well. So let's just move all of those other bits and pieces out the way. I'll get my other plate for my die cutting machine, and we're just going to run this in and cut these bits out. So let's just pop, make sure they're all lined up. I don't think that's lined up. Let me come back out again. I'm a little bit skew-iff at the bottom.
Feels quite far away as well, that die cutting machine, doesn't it?
I know, it
Yeah.
feels really like I'm stretching. So I'm going to pop this off here. I'll bring this out. And then this die is just incredible. I mean, most of those bits have all popped out there already. So we're going to create like a really nice sort of frame on our card here, and then our Celebrate is going to sit across there. Now we've got stamps with this as well, so might add a stamp, an extra stamp sentiment to this one. Just looking for my
Art by Jan, a comment
brush.
sings, I want it all and I want it now.
Yes. It is one of those launches.
It's one of those shows today, isn't it?
Definitely.
Because everything works so well together as well,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
yeah. So pop those bits and pieces out now, and then we're going to add something just to really bring this together. We haven't shown you these yet, but they are coming up, and I'm
Sneaky
super
peek.
excited. So I'm going to go in with my finger daubers, although you can use your, have we got them on the show as well?
We have.
You can use your brand new microfiber cloths. You can use other daubers. You could use just like a cloth if you've got one at home. And I'm just going to add it to the edges of my card. So I'm going to go around the outside just to add that really nice touch. I'm so happy that we have these because I'm going to be using them all of the time.
Yes, yeah. And I think I was saying the other day, because of the lovely size of those pots, we can keep them in our storage caddies, can't we?
Yes, we can have them all the time. They don't have to go in any separate.
It's just going to be added to everything we do.
So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit more into that section, and then I'm going to bring in my frame, and I'm just going to do it sort of like along this bit here. So just adding that touch of colour, and this goes a really long way as well, guys. It is crazy how far your waxes are going to go.
Yeah.
These ones have been open for
They've
probably
been
about a
usually-
month. We've
Yeah.
had these ones.
with lots of samples as well. Claire's asked, is the wax not on a multi-buy? It is, isn't it, Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll show you that in the second part of the show.
So I might also just do a bit of my word as well. Let's just go along this bottom edge of my word just to add that really nice touch there. And it's such a soft like colour as well, depending on what colours you use it on top of as well, and how much of it you
Because you
sort
can
of place
keep
on
adding
there.
more on, can't you?
Yeah,
Best to do,
absolutely.
yeah.
So let's build this up. I've got some matte gold mirror as well that we're going to bring in, just to emphasise that sort of shimmer. Oh, so I'm going to pop this straight onto some gold mirror. This is going to be a 6x8 card. So my blue Matastic here is slightly smaller than that. So I'm going to add that on top. I'm going to go in with my...
Apparently in the comments there isn't a bundle, but you get money off buying all three.
Yes.
Yeah.
which works out the same.
Yes, yeah.
If not better. You're going to get it on a 3 for 2. So let's pop these all the way around our card. So I do love nesting dies, and I love how much you can do with them, like adding these plain dies into it and creating frames with these gives them like another like lease of life. So let's pop that on there. Now I'm going to be really annoying because I'm going to want to make sure that that has got an equal edge on there. I've got another piece of my sentiment in the gold, so we're going to offset this. So again, just going in with our tape runner. I'm going to use the dotty one this time though. We're just going to pop that across there, and then we can overlay this. I'm going to do it so my shadow is on this side. So just pop in that through. And this is where you can kind of like be in control of how much of a shadow you create on your words as well. So we've gone quite chunky there. And then I'm just going to go in again with my foam pads. These are just the 2mm ones again. And I'm just going to add these onto those like really wide areas on our words. And adding the shadow actually gives you a bit more space, a bit more thickness for your foam pads to go onto as well. So let's go in with that. I'll finish off with a little bit on that E. And then we can pop this off. And then what stamps do we actually have? Because I think we've got some gold embossing powder around that we could use. So let's just peel that off.
Just talking
Celebrate in the middle.
Chat, Natalie, about new scissors.
Yes.
I don't know, that's why I was asking. It's a question.
They were shown off by Dan.
Oh, is that the one
before
Dan?
we'd already ordered them. I know, Kelly, it's disgusting, isn't it? Look at the shock in her face.
Yeah, do you remember when he did was in demonstration station?
And he just
for
brought
one
things
show?
out of his office that we hadn't even ordered.
Yeah.
I am aware that the item in conversation is on order.
Okay.
And potentially will be here. It's a very, very slight potentially, actually. I shouldn't even be saying
Go
potentially. Could be here by the end of the year.
Oh, okay. So not before then. Okay.
Not before then, but could be here by the end of your year. So I'm going to put Celebrate Good Times. So let's grab this.
Oh, Hunky Dory Crafts TV commented we don't have a date yet. Oh.
So there you go. They are coming. When? No one knows. They're a little bit softer on the grip.
Okay.
So if you're lefty or you struggle with scissors, they're a little bit more helpful on the hands. Is this gold? I think this is gold. So yeah, but yeah, another thing that Dan shouldn't share, but he does, you know. This is
but everyone likes him being in here because we all like to know.
Get
we
all
want
the
to know the
secrets,
gossip.
don't you, when Dan's in.
Yeah.
Even I don't know the gossip.
Well, normally
Kelly
it was a
literally
genuine
like,
question
what
from me as well. I
on
don't know.
Is this? And then I'm like, oh, am I even allowed to say this?
But then I say, am I allowed to say it? And then say it anyway.
Yeah.
So you kind of like.
Well, you already know about it, so there's no
Well,
point.
you've seen them. They've seen them.
There's
haven't
no
they?
point us
yeah.
beating around the bush with that one. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh no, we don't know. And then they come next week. They're definitely not coming next week.
Yeah, because somebody was on about ordering scissors like
Year.
today, so it's just nice to know that if you do need them,
And they are
if there are any new ones, it's not going to be until around Christmas time. So that's still a good few months away, isn't it?
One thing I will say as well is that if you are thinking about scissors, obviously purchasing new ones as well, these scissors that we are going to launch won't come in a multi-pack, they'll be individual. So there are different sizes, but you won't be able to get them in like a pack together like our ones that we have now. So it's up to you.
The biggest question is, are they purple?
I don't know the answer to that question. I actually haven't physically seen the item in any form, like images from the supplier or anything like that. I do know that I don't think they are rainbow because of they also have like a tooth on them. Like the scissors we have now are a smooth edge, but the scissors that are on order have like a what would you say, like a grit tooth? So when you cut it, it does leave like an edge on one side. So there's a right side and a wrong side to these scissors.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what else I can say about them. Maybe we just stop there.
Yeah, I think we found out quite a lot.
I've said quite a bit already. Yeah, suspension for 10 months, Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. Stop spilling these secrets.
I'll ask Kelly this one then. It's been a long time since there's been a Technique Tuesday.
Oh, yes. There's loads.
Oh, one a week in October for Technique Tuesdays.
We've
well,
got some
every
good
Tuesday,
ones as well.
maybe?
What ones have we got coming up, Kelly? Because there's good ones on there.
I think I've got...
Kelly's going to
am
look
I allowed
for
to
us.
say? Yeah. I think I've got a parchment one.
Yes, you do. There is a
Yeah,
parchment.
I think
There's
I do.
definitely a parchment one.
Oh, Kelly, let us know. What else have we got?
They're good ones because we've put them in based on what you've requested.
Yes, yeah.
Shaker cards.
So we've got Technique Tuesdays in October. We've got shaker cards. We've got parchment. Gilding flakes.
So excited for that.
And a die cutting one.
I think there's a good mix of people doing them, isn't there? Because I think I'm doing the gilding flakes one. I think Craig's doing shaker cards.
Yeah, so Amy, parchment, Craig, shaker cards, Nat, gilding flakes, Stace, dies.
Oh,
Stacey
brilliant.
dies.
Nice.
That die one's going to be really good as well.
And long.
So there you go. You've got your first make there. Super, super simple. But look at the effect that gilding wax has on that card. I mean, you could make the exact same card, no gilding wax on there, but it just wouldn't have that special touch.
No, it just adds something else.
It's really nice. Elevates the elegance.
And I think with that one, looking at it there, I was just thinking of how many different people and occasions you could send that.
Yes.
Celebrate good times.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got a new job. Maybe you passed a driving test. You know, maybe it's a birthday. Absolutely love it. You're going to need all of this.
You are.
All of this. So next up, we have got those metallic waxes. So they come in 3 different colours. You have got your gold. Let's take the lids off. We've got to do it properly, haven't we? So these are 15mm, and they come in tins, almost like, you know, that lip.
They do remind me of little lip balms.
Little, but please don't. So that is your gold. So they are $6.99 each, or $6.29 for Diamond Club members, but you can get them a price 3 for $14.97. So if you do want all 3 colours, that one is your copper. I was chatting to Dave at Hobby Maker about these, and we said how lovely it is to have that copper one.
I know, it's quite nice, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And then lastly, you've got your silver as well. So individually $6.99, but then you can get them multi-buy 3 for £14.97. Natalie has kindly done us a board as well, which we will have a look at, because I think it really does show how they work on different card stocks.
Yes.
So you can see there, let's hold it this way so we can see. So at the top, you've got the gold, then you've got the silver, and then you've got the copper. So you've got them on your white cardstock, your black stamping card,
Yep.
and then you've got them on craft card as well. So you can see.
That silver isn't showing up very well, but it is on there, we promise.
That is so...
It's so delicate, though, isn't it? Can you...
Look! It shows up...
will it work
Try it underneath, yeah, because it's really clear.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. It's the light, the light shining on it. But look at the difference. It's really nice, and it's nice to be able to see how it's going to work on those different shades of cards. And then I did it on blue as well. And then the samples that we've got from the team are all on different colours. So it really showcases like the different techniques that you can
And
create
I think
with
it's really
them.
good as well, because what I would do is have a look, maybe do one of these when you get them.
Yeah.
Because I think, okay, I really want to use the copper. Which cards, shall I, you know, like, and do it like that. So definitely make yourself one of these, just die cut some of your circles and sort of have a go at making those. So you can get all three for $14.97. Can they have like 3 gold if they want?
Yeah.
Yeah, or 3 silver, or whichever combination
And I do think I like
you want.
the fact that we've done it on the multi-buy in this way, because you're still going to get the same deal, but maybe you're someone who doesn't make silver cards.
Yes,
So the silver one, you wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
So having the ability to be able to mix and match between all the colours is really nice.
Yeah, so definitely get hold of those. Next up, these are so good, aren't they?
Oh, I'm so, honestly, this is my favourite thing of this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your microfiber
everything.
cloths, you are getting 5 purple cloths in here. You will see, look, they're even branded, look.
Dies, stamps,
I know.
embossing folders, anything you've got ink on.
They're just brilliant.
Just wipe it off.
I applied the wax through masks.
Yeah.
And with this.
Yeah.
But as I was applying it, the wax was like sticking to the cardstock, but then wiping clean the mask.
I know.
As I was going, I was
It's
like, I don't
crazy.
need to clean it afterwards. $6.99 or $6.29 for your 5. Going to work perfectly with those metallic waxes. But just as well, if you're a bit of an untidy crafter like myself, and just need, you know, to wipe things up, you can get them as well, 2 for £10. So you're getting sort of 10 cloths for £10, aren't you?
So
and then
good.
you're going to have lots. Maybe store them
in
different places depending on what you are going to use them for. But I think because we've brought so many amazing products lately for your craft room, such as the storage, it's just nice to kind of continue that, isn't it?
And everything like coordinates so nicely as well.
Definitely 2 sets for just £10 on those ones. Next up, we have got our not broken finger daubers. You saw Natalie using these to apply that metallic wax. You're getting 40 in here for $19.99 or $17.99 for Diamond Club members. Come in this handy case as well. Easy to store. Perfect with your inks.
Perfect with your inks.
Have one for each colour ink pad, one for each of your metallic waxes. Just easy to carry around, and you can see you've got that sort of ability to sort of put your finger, and sort of control how you use them as well, isn't it?
Too. So because they're like, because they do have that space, you can also stack them, and they've got a little clip. So say you were going, or like today, I'm prepping for Hobby Maker on Sunday. I can have all of my like waxes, instead of taking the whole case, I can have all of my waxes in one of my, you know, my Ziploc bags.
And just put
I can
those
just have
three
all
in.
of them in there, put them in, and then into my bag with all my prep for Sunday.
Perfect,
really good,
isn't it? Yeah. Do you remember those pencils you used to have at school with the leads? You used to have to keep, But sometimes they were different colours, and the one you wanted was like right in the middle.
I remember.
$19.99 or $17.99 if you are a Diamond Club member for those. And then lastly, I mean, you can never have enough storage, can you? Our super storage boxes, you are getting 3 within here. You can see with those sort of clasp lock on there. Perfect for your ink pads, your stamps, gemstones we keep in ours, don't we? Foam pads.
Sequins.
Sequins. Have one for gilding flakes.
Gilding flakes will work.
$7.99 or $7.19 for Diamond Club members. You're getting all 3. So definitely, if you're sort of wanting to sort of organise your craft room, those are going to be perfect. So make sure you grab those as well. I think should I show samples, or should we do that afterwards? Oh, I can show them now quickly.
Show them now.
Because it's the metallic waxes, so we need to show these. So this is the frame that I did at Hobby Maker on Tuesday. So this is just a wooden frame from a shop that sells things for £1. And then these are all just grey board, using all of your dies to cut from grey board, and then adding them onto the frame.
Think about
as
if you're
well.
like doing like upcycling of like home furniture and stuff.
Can you imagine? We say not like on a bedside table, or
it would look so cute.
This one is using all 3 of those different colours, and you can see has that copper on top of the
Oh,
gold
it
as
just
well.
literally stands out.
It doesn't smudge, does it,
No.
or blend in. There was no drying time either.
No,
It was done one
that's what I
layer
absolutely love.
after the other. So that is using sort of your layering masks to do these as well. And just lots of different ways that you are going to be able to use these. I love this one. So cutting out some of those elements
clever,
as
that
well,
one.
isn't it?
There's some really nice designs in here.
Just really clever, aren't they? Love that one. And then they just add that sort of subtle interest as well sometimes to the cardstock as well, don't they? So this one, using it with your sprinkles, embossing folder as well.
It's so clever.
They're just brilliant, aren't they? You're just going to have so many different uses for them. You can see cutting out your sentiment, but how good
It looks
do they
so
look?
good, like
Almost
fully.
looks like metal, doesn't it?
Does, yeah.
That metal effect on there. And then also, I think this one looks like it's almost like that distressed look as well, doesn't it?
It gives such a good metallic feel to it. Like you wouldn't ever think that that was just like waxes and inks.
And this one,
it's very pretty. This one,
so clever, isn't it? It's subtle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's what's lovely about it. But then you can go in with more if you wanted to. So that is your Prism Metallic Wax. All three you can get for $14.97. Absolutely love them.
So
can
good.
we come back to you for another demo?
So we're going to use our circles next, and I've got some black stamping card for this one. So I'm going to run this through our die cutting machine. So just making sure that that is in place, and then I need to remember to move a plate out of here. So I'm going to run it through with this one, and we are going to use all of our different coloured waxes for this card too. So I'm going to pop it through. I'm going to get my waxes ready, and then before we do any of that fun stuff, I'm going to die cut my sentiment to go on here as well. So bring this back in. I've got another piece of black stamping card, so we can just pop our sentiments in. We're going to go for birthday wishes with this one, and these are our all occasion sentiments, so they've got that really nice thin edge on there. And then I'm going to use our circle die with our parchment as well. Now I'm not sure what size circle this one is because I don't seem to have my packaging in here, or it's hiding somewhere. I think it's the third or fourth one, because they are quite big, these dies. So let's run that through, and you can instantly see on here the sort of design that you are going to create. It's so detailed. There's so many different levels to these doodle dots as well, and we're just going to emphasize that with our wax too. So we can bring these out.
Fiona says, is there a smell with the wax?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
There isn't.
And I would be the first person to complain about that right now. But not at all. It is odorless.
Yeah.
Which makes it so nice to work with as well. So let's take off that birthday wishes from there. We can come back to this die in a minute. And then what I'm going to do with my daubers is, if I just bring them in, I am going to take my different waxes, and what we are going to do is kind of put them in a row on here. So I'm going to do just really lightly going over the top of this embossed area, and again, if you want to, like Amy said, you can do it really lightly, or you can add more colour. The more pressure you put on as well when you're putting your wax down, the more you're actually going to get that colour onto those areas too. So we can do it with our gold, and then we can bring that silver in.
Those finger daubers are the perfect size, aren't they, for
They
that
are
embossing
for this
folder?
technique, yeah. They work really nicely in this way. You can always use your teeny tiny daubers as well if you're wanting to put it on like really thin sentiments or anything like that. So then I'm going to do the silver next to the gold, like so, and then I'm going to do the copper as well.
Robin said these waxes would be great for your Halloween makes as well. Yes. They would, wouldn't they? And your
especially
Christmas.
That silver.
Yes.
Christmas is going to look exceptional. Christmas, these on craft card for Christmas, especially the copper. I love copper and craft at Christmas. I'm going to pop that on like so, and then you're just going to complete the whole sort of like patch there. So we've just got a few to do on this one here. So I've already gone in and done all my gold and my silver, so we're just going to complete the rest of them. And it is super simple to create this effect, and especially with your embossing folders, because you do have that nice sort of like layered edge on here that you can just emphasize even more, and it looks absolutely fantastic when you've finished as well.
And it's one of those that people won't know how it's been achieved.
No,
you know,
especially the mix of colours as well. That's what makes it so different, isn't it? And you could recreate this with your inks on white cardstock as well. This is a technique that would give you a really fun background, especially if you use like primary colours. It would remind me of, remember the TV programme Go Outdoors with Mabel?
Oh yes.
Would remind me of those. So we've got our sort of like background ready to go now. This is, I want to say, just slightly under the 6. It is. I'm going to pop this onto here. Now I think I'm going to make a matte and layer, so it is white, just so it helps like everything sort of pop off the card. So let's just trim it down to like we'll go a quarter. We'll just trim that off there, and then I think I'm going to just do sort of like 1 notch from each side on here, just so I've still got that full like pattern across there. And I just think it's really simple to make these backgrounds. Like, it's not taking a lot of time at all to put these together. So that's going to go on my background. Then I'm going to use my parchment on here, just so that you can still see those polka dots in the background, but it's not going to kind of like cover those areas. Now, to stick this down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tape runner, my dotty tape runner, and I'm just going to pop that tape runner around the outside edge. So where those dots are, I'm going to add this tape runner down, because you've got the pattern in here. It'll kind of hide the workings of that the tape runner a little bit. So we'll pop that on there. That is then going to sit, let me do it this way around, on here, so it's just coming in on there, and then give it a nice sort of press down onto that background.
Sharon says, how long does it take for the wax to dry?
It's almost imminent, isn't it?
Yes.
I'd say if you're going to gift any cards to people with these waxes, you might want to like seal it so it doesn't sort of like come off on your fingers. I don't think it really does that much.
No, and that one I did with the layering masks. I did
but if
one layer after another.
If you are worried about that sort of like coming off when you're gifting people the cards, you can use like a really cheap hairspray, and that will work as a great sealant for anything.
The cheaper the better, isn't it?
The cheaper the better, definitely. So let me pop these out. I'm trying to... don't have my dye brush for some reason. I've got lots of studio things on this desk today. I need to make sure I put them all back. And then we're just going to go with birthday wishes. I think I'm going to keep these black. I was going to use my my waxes on here, but I think they're going to show up best if we keep them really dark. So again, for this I'm actually going to use my purple glue stick, because with these super thin letters I find it a lot easier to do it with the purple glue stick. Let me just get that a little bit off there. It doesn't, because they're so thin, it doesn't sort of stretch the letters as much as it does with your dotty tape runner. So I'm going to pop that on here, and then we're going to go in with a few little gemstones, I think. So let's just pop our birthday on, just stretch that back into place, and then we'll stick this one on underneath here as well.
Lynn says, can you use acetate with the dies?
Yes, yes, you will be able to. I would be really, really careful with your with those nesting dies though. It probably would be a little bit tricksy to do the frame that I did with both of them at the same time.
Yes,
but
yeah.
with this one, it should be fine. You might find that you come into a little bit of trouble with the outside edges, just with how delicate it is, and acetate tends to crack sometimes when it's not got a lot of space. But give it a try, because it definitely will work. It might just need a little bit of help with that. So let's do a mixture. I'm going to grab my sepia gems, and I also wanted some of those, either silver or the crystal. I think we can do the silver ones. The crystal ones would look nicer if I can find those. There's so many gems out here now. These ones have original on.
I know, I think, was it Jess who organised them quite well though?
They are very well organised, absolutely. That one has some of them on. That's better. Put more silvery ones on there. So I'm going to go in with this as like my gold representative. We'll use this one for our copper, and then I'm going to go in with one of these really tiny ones, these tiny crystals on here as well. And then let's just do another 3, but this time I'm going to change the size in, and we'll just add that on there, and then we can pop this onto our card, and we are all done. I think these 2 products, if you are someone who maybe batch makes their cards because they make to sell, or someone who doesn't have a lot of time for sort of card making because, you know, life gets in the way, then this is a fantastic, these 2 products together are ultimately incredible to make quick makes. And then there you go, so that is your second demo of the day.
I absolutely love it, and they just work so well all together, don't
It's
they?
so
All
cute.
3 of the colours, yeah. And just using it on that embossing folder, I'd say you wouldn't know unless you're in the crafting world how that's been achieved,
made,
and how long it's taken as well.
I know,
to do
literally
it.
minutes.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. Lots of inspiration. We have still got one more demo coming up, but before we go into that, let's have a final look at our Win It Weekly. For this week, 5 lucky winners will be announced at the end of today's show to win the Sporting Pastimes Luxury Topper Collection worth $19.99. All you need to do is like, share and comment the answer to the following question. Post boxes were originally what colour? Was it A, green, B, black or C, brown? I'm looking forward to finding out the answer because I still haven't Googled it. So make sure you like, share and comment in the next couple of minutes, and we'll announce those winners at the end of the show. But I think we need to recap the amazing embossing folders that we have had on today's show. There we go. So you are getting the Funky Patterns Ultimate Collection. All 4 of these embossing folders you will get, saving £4. You will get the distressed stripes, the doodle dots that you've just seen in Natalie's demonstration. You've got the geometric tiles and those sprinkles there. All 4 of those 6x6 embossing folders, $19.96 or $17.96 if you are a Diamond Club member. You can also buy them individually. They are $5.99 each, or you can get 2 for £9.98 if you want to do that option instead. So make sure you check out the website for those. Do you want me to show these again?
Yeah, I think there's another box of cards as well.
Do you know what? There's 2 boxes. There's also another box over there.
You can see.
Yeah.
Is that?
You need to go get those ones because there's some really good 3D makes in them as well.
Look how many
There's
cards.
so many.
I
Can you
know.
see it on the top? There is.
Oh, pass them over. Let's.
It's fine.
I know, it's so cute, isn't it? Oh, you come in. Nearly. Next time we'll get Kelly on screen. Look at this. How I just love it. Look, you can put your embossing folders the one side, and then your masks in the other side
good,
as well.
isn't it?
This
Donna
is
made
being made
it.
by Donna. Yeah, absolutely love it, and shows as well how the embossing folders work together.
Yes,
So you've
it
got
does.
the stripes there with the tiles, and then the opposite way around on that side. So just using your, is it Matastic, and sanding it back as well. Absolutely love that one. Lots of ideas for sort of gift bags as well. That is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love
and
that one.
Gifts for like crafty friends too. 'Cause
Yes.
You could easily gift that to someone.
And then you've got one for your pens as well. Love these. I mean, they're so sturdy. They could be storage, couldn't they?
They could.
In your craft room as well. Thank you to Donna for those. This is by Lisa. This is where I got my inspiration from.
We
for
loved
that
this.
card that I made at Hobby Maker. A cheerful smile, a hug or two, happy thoughts are wished for you.
And that's using your Perfect Verses pads as well. So you can use these dies with those sentiment
I
pads.
feel like it just takes your sentiments to the next level, doesn't it? Just
100%,
having those
yeah.
dots around it. Absolutely love that one. This is by Lisa again. Look, I'm gonna have to bring. Look, this is all been.
Look at that
stitched
embossing, it's
around
beautiful.
there. And then the embossing, that the dies. Look, it's even been done around here.
It's incredible.
Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous, gorgeous makes by everyone. Such a clever idea that is, isn't it? Using those as those sort of frames on there, and again having that stitched around there. Let's put that one down so we can see the other. They just work so well with everything, don't they? This one's got your florals on it. This one here, look at this one.
Oh, I love
Look
this.
at that. So using your, somebody asked about the acetate as well,
Yeah.
didn't they? So using your acetate, look at that. Absolutely. I love this one as well. Look, just using your scraps there just to do all those different coloured stripes on this one. We're going to have to find a way to show all of these at some point, aren't we? Because there's just so many in here. This one as well, combining those two different, oh, there we go, different embossing folders on that one. And then we've got larger ones, so like Natalie did in her demonstration, where you tile it if you want to make larger than the 6x6. Got this one with the sprinkles. I love the colours in that. Absolutely stunning. Another one, gearing up for a good day. So again, how different are all of these cards?
So different.
And the themes that have been put onto them.
I just love how everyone's just really taken this sort of collection, haven't they? And just gone to town with all the different styles and designs. And
your good luck one. Then we've got this one, so using your gel pens again. So many different ways that you're going to be able to use it. Look at that one. Absolutely stunning. Will some of these be on the website, Kelly?
Yeah.
Some more of the cards, because there are so many.
I know.
And it's nice for people to see them, isn't it? So you see all the different ways that you are going to be able to use these. But are we okay to come back to you for the final demo?
Yeah. So this time we're going to use our inks with our mask, with our embossing folder. So when you get your embossing folders home, you've obviously got 2 different sides to your embossing folder. And when you open it out, you'll see that the side that is purple is where the design is actually debossed into it. So you can feel all those little grooves. And then this side is like the embossed side. So this is where, when you put your cardstock onto it and you run it through, it's going to push that design into your cardstock. But you can use this in a really fun way as well. So I've got some colours here from my inks. I've got hot pink, tangerine, shamrock, buttercup and teal. And I'm going to use these on my embossing folder. So I'm going to use it on the emboss side, the side that's raised. We're going to use that on here. And what you want to do is really lightly, you don't want to do this too forcefully, because what you don't want is you don't want the colour going sort of like onto the background that much. So you can either like dab it onto those, you can get, I prefer like a stroking motion, kind of having my ink pad at an angle almost to get this down. And we're just going to create like an ombre with all of these colours onto here. So just switching it up, sort of going into those pinks a little bit as well. Don't worry, you can clean any ink that transfers from the top one, you can clean it off by just wiping it on like a piece of paper until you see that colour come away. Then I'm going to go in with my yellow. Let's add that on here. 60 cards.
What, for the embossing folders? Oh wow, so if you go onto the Hunky Dory Hub post, there are over 60 cards on there with these embossing folders, so lots and lots of inspiration for you. I love
that they've all been included as well.
Yeah.
You can see all the different makes by the team, because they are a fabulous bunch. Teal is going to go on last, so I'm just going to pop this onto here. So again, just really lightly adding that colour on, and then we're going to go in with our cardstock. So I'm just going in with Ink Me card for this one. Now some people might want to spritz it before it goes in. It is a water-based ink pad, so you can do that. It depends how happy you are with that sort of like bleeding of the ink.
Yes,
like if you want it to be really precise, then don't do it. So I'm going to run that through our machine. Oh, come on. No.
When you put beautiful samples, I was trying to tell myself I didn't need them, but I know they'll fall into my basket. Faith has some fantastic DT samples today, there are, aren't there? Absolutely amazing.
They are incredible. So now, when we take this out, I do have an embossed area, which is on here, but I also have a coloured in area, and it's mostly just the sprinkles. You can see where some of that cardstock has gone over, but a really quick tip for that is I'm looking for a sanding block. I don't think I've got one.
You want me to go and grab mine?
Yeah, because I can't see down there anymore to see if there is one on that ledge. I don't think there is.
I'll grab mine.
I think I've got one on my table. Hello, Kelly. Can I answer your question?
When you add on any of your embossing, how do you stop any mark dent stuff before the end?
Is it like when you're tiling it? What you need to do is you need to kind of, like I overlapped it a little bit, which is obviously going to add a little bit of a touch of pressure. So what you want to do is you want to try and get it as close to the edge as possible, so there's not much overlap. That will help it to not create that. With things like this, it's really easy because you can have a little bit of space because there is space in the design. But with the designs that we've used, the other two designs, you want to just line your cardstock up like as closely as possible to like this edge bit here, so that you're not gonna, so you'd have your, let's use it in this way. So this score line here, we've already embossed this side. So what you want to do is you want to line that up as closely as possible to the design, but not allow it to sort of go over, because if it goes over at all, it is going to sort of give you that little damaged edge. If you've got really thin, like a pokey tool though, or your embossing tool, you can flip over your cardstock and just like push into that groove, and it will sort of like flatten it out. So hopefully that answers your question. So
is that about if you're using it to like tile it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it's just thinking about your placement of things on your card as well.
Yes.
Like, so, you know, your border strips or your toppers, you know, something that will go over that part. Yeah.
So, I know we're sanding this on white on white, but just so you can see, I mean, it's going to take a really long time, and I am actually cutting some of this down, so it's not going to be that much of an issue. But if you wanted it so it was properly white, what you can do is just sand these bits, sand this top bit, because remember it's debossed on this side, so you're not going to get any of that, and it is coming away as well. I just did this pink bit here, and it is taking some of that detail away, so continue to do that throughout it, but we are going to sort of like jazz this up a bit anyway. So I'm going to take, we're making this to be a 6x4 card, so I'm going to take this down to 4 and 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then I'm also going to cut this, cut an aperture out of this. So I think I'm going to do, let's do 3/4. So I'm going to put my tool in at 3/4, and then I'm going to go all the way down to 5, and then I'm going to flip it all the way over so I can repeat that line again. So I've got 2 lines to join up, which will just make it easier when we do this next bit. So line it up at the 1, line it up with your score line, and just go up to that bit, flip it around, and then do the same bit again. So now what we can do is pop this out, flip that over, and you've got that really nice pattern again. Now you can go even crazier as well. And let's just go to 1/2 inch now, and then I'm going to go to 1/2 here and 5 1/4, flip it over again. Sometimes I wish I didn't have these crazy ideas like mid-demo.
Do you know, I was just thinking, I'm loving this idea.
Like, just stick to the basics now.
No, don't. A couple of people in the chat with weeks off work next week.
Nice.
Lots of crafty time planned.
So then just join up that bit. The rest of it should come out now because it was quite. There we go. So then you can flip that bit over, put that bit in plain again, and then you've got the mix of patterns and designs then on there. So I am going to go in with my block just a bit more on these areas. Remember, when you're doing this, you want to be really flat with your sanding as well. You don't want to be taking any colour off from inside your embossing. You want to be working on the top bit of that. So let's see how that's looking now. We are going to cover it up so it's not, we're not going to see all of it, but I just want to sort of clean up
That's such
some
a good
of those
technique,
edges.
though. I didn't know you could do that.
And then let's put it onto our card. So this bit is going to be flat. So I can just use my tape runner with this, but I might have to do a bit of tape runner, a bit of glue, because I have gone in with that hot pink as a little background as well. So let's just do a little bit of purple glue, and it's just because our ink pads are a water-based ink pad, so any dry adhesive can sometimes take a little bit longer to stick down onto this panel, so that can just go on there. This one I'm going to go in with foam pads. We've kind of gone quite birthday-y on all of our cards today, but very different. All of them would work for lots of different types of people and different ages as well. This one's quite fun. The second one was quite masculine. You had the elegance with the first one with that blue and gold. So let's just pop this in.
I think it's nice to do birthday cards again, isn't it? We've had a lot of Christmas, and there's lots of people in the chat who, you know, making birthday cards at the moment.
And then this bit again can just go in flat, or you could raise it up again actually.
We've had a few birthdays
Let's
in the
raise
office
it up
this week,
again.
haven't we?
We have. There's been lots of birthdays. Anne-Marie was on Sunday. Kelly was on Wednesday. And then Jen's is this weekend, I want to say. Or is it next week, but she's going away, isn't she?
Yeah.
So we celebrated hers a little bit earlier as well. The big 4-0.
I wish.
So let's pop that in there. So we've got that sort of like pyramage now to our design. And then I'm going to be really just simple with the sort of design I go for here. So I'm using the Party Time, which came out with our Monster Mash. Lovely die set. Definitely going to be using it all the time. And then I'm also going to use the stamps that came with this because the Let's Party is really fun. So I've already die cut my balloons for this one. And I'm just going to colour each balloon in the colours of my sprinkles, confetti, however you want to sort of see them. So let me just get my colours, and then I'm going to use a mixture of finger daubers and ink pad, bigger pads to be fair, because what you can do is if you go in with your lighter colour first, then you can easily just go over those joins. So that is my yellow. I'm going to have to clean off the edges of that actually, but if you just go over your ink pad like this, it is going to remove that extra colour that we added on. You might lose some of the depending on how moist your ink pad is, you might lose some of the thingy, but it's going to remove that colour off the top, so the next time you come it's not going to have like that mixture of two colours in there. So let's do green next.
Now Viv Williams says, how are Anne-Marie's balloons holding out?
Oh, she said that Sophie did a tour of the house, didn't she?
Yeah, so the walking dinosaur balloon. Anyone who doesn't know, we had a meal out the other night for Anne-Marie's birthday, and we all took a balloon that wasn't a birthday balloon. So if you go onto Stacey Hunky Dory or Anne-Marie Hunky Dory, have you shared it?
I've shared it.
Natalie
yeah,
Hunky Dory, I think I've done it as well. Go and watch the video. It is so much fun.
It was very funny. She was literally like, "What is going on?"
Yeah. And so were the people that worked there as well.
Yeah. She was like, "This is the biggest mix of balloons." The people in the shop were the funniest.
What, when we went to buy them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the woman saw us like packaging all these balloons into one bag, and she was just like, "That's a mix of balloons, isn't it?"
So there was
So
a
I had to explain
congratulations.
what we were
Wasn't there?
doing.
Congratulations. Get well soon. A new home.
Cheers.
A cheers, so a beer, and then there was a game on, like a games controller.
Yeah, that one was a good one.
A walking dinosaur. Very fun. Say it again.
I think possibly.
What was that?
Because after the first couple of balloons, she kind of got what she was like, "What's next?"
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I hadn't.
It was very funny.
Yeah, Anne-Marie's daughter did give the dinosaur a tour of the house when she got home.
So let's just clean up that mess with our microfiber cloth. And then for my strings, I'm going to go in with my silver wax. So I can add that on. Just get my little dauber. I don't think I'll need to put too much on here actually, because it is really, really thin. And it's just going to add that gorgeous effect. Also, if you've got your metallic markers, you could just go over this area with your metallic markers. Completely up to you. Let's just go in and add a little bit more on there. We'll put our balloons on next. I'll do a mixture of 2 and 4s, I think. So I've got some circles here that can go on these ones, which will just sit in the back, and then this one is going to have our other ones on. So let's just cut this down, and I need to make sure that I pop them like towards the bottom as well, because I am going to go in. So we'll do the full one on that, and then these ones I'm just going to add to the bottom because I'm going to like tuck these balloons in. So I've got all of the different colours on there. Oh, I've just added a little bit of shimmer. I didn't think of that. Let's just do that on all of them.
Happy accident.
A little bit of wax on there, just to give them a nice metallic look. So we'll just take this bit off. I need to stamp my sentiment and we will be done. So let's pop that on there. I'll go in and add these colours on the sides so it gives it a nice bunch. You've got all the colours in there as well from the background you've created. And then we will go in with this little piece here, and I'm going to go in with, oh, this also, did someone say cake? That would be a good
noticed that one, yeah.
Did someone say cake or let's party? I think I'm still going to go for the let's party because it's a really nice chunky stamp actually. And we're going to go in with, let's go in with the teal this time. Hopefully this will stamp nicely. I'm going to do it again. There we go. Just add a little bit more colour onto that. Again, stamps. Don't have to dry them
it's so
off.
good, isn't it?
Microfiber cloth that. Nice and clean. Back on there. We're good to go. And then let's trim my sentiment now. So I'm going to go in and do a little strip here.
The only thing is, we were saying they'd be like these scissors, they end up everywhere in your house.
They do.
Like I've got the pack of scissors in the kitchen and, you know.
Let's go in. I want to add, oh, that was close. I want to add a little border. Can I do it with that? I could do it. Let's see. What size is this?
Facebook's still playing up a bit, isn't it, Kelly?
Yeah, it's been really bad for the last week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get that ink off there.
Yeah, YouTube seems okay. Yeah. There's a few people I think gone over to YouTube.
1.5 on that panel. Yeah, that's fun. Let's do that. I'm going to stick this onto there. We'll go for the pink at the front, and then I'm going to just take my, go like, so that tucks under maybe. So I don't want to stick that bit, and then I want a bit of, this is when using different dimensions.
Yes, you have to try and work it out then, don't you? Yeah.
If I put this on here and this on here,
I did that yesterday. I ended up having to use a 2mm on top of a 4mm.
I'm going with a little bit of tape on the top there. I'll tuck that in onto that bit. That's going to stick. Oh no, I need to triple it. It's okay. There we go, we're all tripled on that corner. And I could just cut this off and add it to our card. It's a fun technique to do with your embossing folders, that though, with using your inks and getting quite sort of funky with the different patterns that we've got on there. We'll pop that on there like so, and then there you go.
I absolutely love that one.
It's a very, very party feels.
Gorgeous. And again, you could create that background. If you haven't got inks, you could use the deboss side, couldn't you? And use your, like, your gel pens or your alcohol markers just to colour in those sprinkles as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fabulous 3 demos there. Hopefully lots of inspiration for you if you are ordering those embossing folders. But should we do our Win It Weekly?
Let's do it.
Let's find out the answer. So the question for Win It Weekly this week was, there we go. Post boxes were originally what colour? Is it A, green, B, black, or C, brown? And the answer is A, green. Originally in Britain, post boxes were painted green for several years, beginning in 1859.
It's a really long time, isn't it?
Standardising the colour for all post boxes. This was changed to the now iconic red. Oh, it didn't last long, did it, the green? Changed to red in 1874 due to public complaints that the green boxes were too hard to find. So they felt that red was the best colour
How
to
peculiar.
spot. I get it though. If it was next to like a tree or so, you know, like.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, blending.
So there we go. Since 1874, Kelly, we got 5 lucky winners. And here we go. We have got Angie, Annette, May, Elaine and Claire. If you just drop us a message and we will get your Sporting Pastimes collection out to you ASAP. Congratulations.
Nice.
What a nice start to the weekend that is. But now we've got our spin the wheel. And your question for Spin the Wheel this week, who came up with this question?
Me.
Kelly's question today is, yesterday was National Comic Book Day. What's your favourite comic and or character? Let us know in the comments and we will read some of those out and get a winner. But let's see what we are playing for today. Let's hope it...
Oh, what is it? Oh, that ghost in the room.
Win the show! Yes!
That ghost in the room.
It's just that aircon, it
just doesn't. You've just got to give it a minute.
just on the edge,
You've just
wasn't
got
it?
To give it a
So
minute.
you can win the show, so make sure... I'm going to be in trouble. Make sure you comment your favourite comic or comic character. Kelly, were you a comic reader or...
No, but I've just typed in popular comics.
So Kelly's cheating,
She
everyone.
is such a cheat.
She is, isn't she?
Yeah.
Peanuts, does anyone?
I remember
Peanuts,
that. Yeah.
Snoopy. Peanuts. It's Snoopy's friend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Garfield.
I
Garfield,
do
yeah.
like Garfield.
Oh, The Walking Dead was a comic.
Oh, was it?
Was
I didn't
it?
know that.
I didn't know
Good
that.
TV show.
What else?
I said when I was younger, we had like the Beano,
Yeah.
and I used to draw like the characters from it. And I remember I drew 2 of them, and my mum and dad had them in little frames above their kitchen sink
That is
on the
cute.
wall for quite a long time, actually. Yeah, which was really nice. What about you, Nat?
I think I'm not really a comic person, but I'd say like in terms of characters for films, then I do love like the Marvel ones. So I'd probably go for like maybe. I don't know. There's so many good ones.
Spider-Man, Superman, Iron Man,
I know,
the Hulk.
but the films are just so good, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
So in terms of characters, it's really hard to pick your favourite.
You could just say Marvel,
You could just say Marvel.
and then just
Yeah.
that would be all
Got
of
them
them.
all.
Let's have a look on here. Yeah, we've got the Bunty comic, the 4 Marys. I don't know. Dennis the Menace. Love Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, another one agreeing that Marvel. Jackie, do you remember that?
No.
That was like a magazine, wasn't it? That one. Yeah, we'll have to Google some of these. Always loved the Beano, particularly the Bash Street Kids. Yeah. Oh, favourite was the Justice League comics.
Okay. I
That's
think,
kind of
yeah, that's
superhero-y,
kind- yeah,
isn't it?
Superhero-y.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackie was a magazine. Yeah. The Addams Family. Is that a comic? Asterix.
Who knows that all of these came from like comics?
I know.
It's crazy, isn't it?
We need to go back. Love the Batman comic books. There's lots.
There is lots.
Batman and Robin. Lots on there. Have we got a winner, Kelly?
We do. Gail Wilson on YouTube.
Gail Wilson on YouTube.
And hers was Eeyore.
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 Nice. Well, you've won the show.
You've
so you
won
won't
the
be sad
show.
about that.
So drop us a message and we will get the show.
Everything
sent
out to you.
Sent out to you as soon as we can. Next up on Hobby Maker, Nat, you are there on Sunday.
I am. I'm very excited.
Can we
I've got
say?
some adorably cute stamps. Cute and cuddly safari.
Oh, my
Not
word.
just the stamps though. There is a die, which is a little safari
Like a
truck.
Like a
like a
Jeep.
Jeep.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Honestly.
You could do it pink and do like Barbie cards. Honestly,
do it.
It's
Do
incredible.
all those characters pink.
It is incredible.
Yeah, so you will not want to miss that. And again, the design team
Oh my God, their makes are
honestly
absolutely amazing.
I'll say it again, one of our favourite things is when the design team
Yeah.
makes arrive in the office, because they're just phenomenal.
They're
Absolutely amazing. So that is at 1 p.m. and then you've also got another look at these embossing folders.
Yes,
Is that right?
with
At 5 p.m.
masks at 5. So
Yeah, and is that your
packed full.
final?
My final trip to Hobby Maker.
Have fun.
Thanks, I will.
I'm sure they'll make it a lovely day for you. Next up here on HDTV, Quick Cards are back. Join Craig and Bex at 10 a.m. on Monday morning for some speedy makes and lots of crafty fun. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend, and we will see you back here on Monday at 10 a.m.